In this lesson, I want to show you how I can use ChatGPT to help answer student questions. This is great for student questions if you run a community on YouTube, if you do any educational content, all kinds of stuff. I found that the answers that ChatGPT provides are more in depth than I usually spend the time to create, and really pretty good. There are, of course, questions that I'm not going to be able to answer, or ChatGPT is not going to be answered, but I want to show you just some examples of what it could do. So here's a question on Udemy in a class on goal setting and goal achievement. So they're asking to explain what's the difference between measurable and trackable in goals. So I can copy and paste this text and see what ChatGPT comes up with. And it does a pretty good job already, as you can see. And then you could also, if the question isn't as good as you think, you can rewrite the question and see what ChatGPT will help. So this is great if you have assistants who are helping you answer questions, because they can use it as a tool where you might be able to spend time, you know what this is better than ChatGPT, and write a better answer. But if they're helping you, then ChatGPT might be different. So you obviously need to verify this information, but then I could literally just copy and paste this text, maybe edit it a little bit if I need to, but that's pretty dang good example. Let's find another one. So this is a very complicated question in my After Effects class. I want to see if it can answer this one in After Effects. So they have a question that has to deal with specific tools and issues within the program, which is something that I would have to go in to After Effects, play around with it, and look at how I would do it. And that's a lot of time to spend answering a question, probably like 5 to 10 minutes for this question. So what I would do is see if ChatGPT has the right answer and then use that answer or paraphrase. But the way that it includes like step-by-step instructions that I found it includes for a lot of questions is super helpful. And sure enough, after reading this is an amazing answer talking specifically about the tool that would help. So I'm just going to copy and paste that answer. It was a good answer. Here's a question in a Python class. Not only does it provide an answer, but it provides an example within that answer. That's crazy. Now, this is a question in another language that I don't speak. And this is a question that's specific to the course itself, but ChatGPT speaks many languages. So you can literally copy and paste questions that are in another language, get that answer, verify using Google Translate, and there you have it, answering questions in another language like that. Here's a question about this specific tool that I used in a high-speed photography workshop. I used a specific brand, and they were wondering if they could use a generic remote shutter. And while I could probably just answer it in saying yes, of course, then this provides a pretty good answer with a ton of detail as well. And so ChatGPT, because it knows the entire internet basically, it knows specific tools, specific models, specific brands already. It's not always just generic things that it knows. So this is a much better answer than I would provide. Now, I would probably be doing this with my brand account, not my personal account, because this goes into the ethics of, am I answering this question myself? Some of you might feel like that's okay. Other times I have assistants who work with me on a generic brand account, and I would probably be answering from that account. And ultimately, perhaps even having a disclaimer that says this is an answer provided by our chatbot or something like that might be the best way to get around it if you're feeling unethical about this. So I think you've seen enough of me working with questions from students, but it's a great tool to use for researching answers on the fly if you don't know it off the top of your head, or if you have an assistant who's helping you. It can help a lot.